Within the eerie, desolate town of Millington, where the crimson sunsets gave way to nightmarish visions of the abyss, loomed a mansion so sinister it defied the very laws of nature. It was not merely a place, but an embodiment of pure malevolence, an entity that bore the name The Conjuring. This maleficent mansion had garnered a reputation drenched in blood-soaked whispers and nightmarish legends, passed down through generations like a dark curse. The town's inhabitants, eternally damned by its presence, trembled at the mere mention of its name, for they knew that this mansion was no ordinary abode. It was a portal to hell itself. A team of paranormal investigators, undeterred by the macabre stories that clung to The Conjuring like a shroud of death, arrived in Millington. As the sun's final rays sank below the horizon, they could sense an insidious presence within the mansion's looming silhouette. Each member of the investigative team brought unique skills and knowledge to the table. They were driven by a relentless desire to uncover the mansion's malevolent secrets, no matter the cost. As they crossed the town's boundaries, they were greeted by an eerie stillness and an oppressive darkness that seemed to seep from the very earth. The investigators had immersed themselves in the chilling tales, the ungodly cries that emanated from the mansion at night, the ghostly apparitions that drifted through its cursed halls, and the soul-rending dread that enveloped anyone who dared enter. They had also uncovered the mansion's accursed history, which dated back to the 18th century, when a demon-worshipping sorcerer, Eustace Blackwood, had called it his unholy sanctuary. Blackwood, they learned, had delved into the most depraved and forbidden of dark arts, invoking malevolent forces that left an indelible stain upon the mansion. As the investigators stepped across the mansion's threshold, a bone-chilling chill enveloped them, and they could feel the oppressive weight of the centuries-old evil that clung to every corner. Their investigation commenced in the mansion's gloomy foyer, where the peeling wallpaper seemed to claw away from the walls like the fingernails of tormented souls. The atmosphere was laden with a palpable malevolence, and the echoes of tortured whispers seemed to emanate from the very walls. The investigators wasted no time, deploying their array of equipment and venturing deeper into the mansion's foreboding depths. The mansion's interior was a labyrinth of shadows, with endless corridors leading to realms both surreal and profane. Each room bore witness to the house's dark history, a chamber where Eustace Blackwood had conducted his blasphemous rituals, a hallway where the wails of his victims still reverberated, and a cellar that concealed the gruesome remnants of his heretical experiments. As the investigators journeyed deeper into the mansion, they encountered unexplainable phenomena that defied the laws of nature. Cameras captured spectral orbs of light that cavorted with sinister glee, while EVP sessions revealed disembodied voices speaking in guttural, infernal tongues. The investigators themselves became aware of a presence, a malevolent force that watched and waited in the darkest corners. The diabolic malevolence of The Conjuring manifested itself in increasingly grotesque ways. Objects levitated and hurled through the air, furniture moved of its own volition, and nightmarish cries resounded through the mansion's echoing halls. It was clear that the malevolent force would stop at nothing to maintain its dominion over the accursed mansion. One harrowing night, as the investigators gathered in the suffocating darkness, they were drawn by the ominous sound of dragging footsteps. Their flashlights quivered as they ventured deeper into the mansion, uncovering a hidden chamber concealed beneath the foundation. At its center lay an ancient, decrepit tome, the Grimoire of Eustace Blackwood. The investigators understood that this book held the key to the mansion's unspeakable power. It contained incantations, unholy spells, and arcane rituals that Blackwood had employed to bind the malevolent forces to the mansion. They faced a perilous choice: destroy the grimoire and risk unleashing an infernal apocalypse upon the world, or decipher its secrets to break the curse that held the mansion in its vile grip. With grim determination, the investigators embarked on a treacherous journey to sever the chains of the curse. Night after night, they returned to the mansion, conducting rituals of purification and exorcism. The malevolent forces within the house fought back with unparalleled fury, plunging the mansion into a maelstrom of chaos and despair. Yet the investigators pressed on, knowing that they were the town's last hope for salvation. In a final, cataclysmic confrontation, the investigators faced the full wrath of the malevolence that had plagued The Conjuring for centuries. As the mansion itself seemed to come alive, walls shifted and doors slammed shut with deafening force. The investigators chanted the incantations from the grimoire with desperate urgency, determined to break the curse once and for all. The malevolent force raged against them, twisting reality and manifesting in grotesque, nightmarish forms. But the investigators held their ground, unwavering in their resolve. In a blinding flash of light and an earth-shattering roar, the curse was shattered, and the mansion's malevolent grip was torn asunder. The investigators emerged from the ordeal changed, bearing the scars of horrors beyond human comprehension. The town of Millington, forever tainted by the malevolence of the Conjuring, was finally freed from its diabolic hold. The investigators had unveiled the unspeakable malevolence that resided within the mansion's cursed walls, and had confronted it with unwavering determination. Yet, they knew that the darkness would forever seek to claw its way back into the world, and some horrors were never meant to be fully exorcised.